the Not Quite Millennials podcast.
I'm sick.
Podcast.
You don't need to do the podcast. No, it's not necessary. Oh, God.
Yes, you're sick with, like, some sort of flu-like thing. Is it lovely?
I'm not having a great time. I'm, like, slightly better than yesterday. And I forgot that I lined up a babysitting job tomorrow night. For the listeners, it's right now. I'm babysitting right now.
How's it going?
Probably not great. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm not a big fan of those cousins. Same cousin that spat all over the place.
So you're babysitting your cousins?
Yeah.
Must be nice to be able to talk to your cousins.
I mean, I don't want to say I'm taking it for granted, but New Hampshire's state rock.
I just got it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That deserves an applauso.
No.
El applauso? La applauso. The applauso.
Oh, God. What are we talking about today, Bailey?
What are we talking about today?
I don't know. Let me see.
Today we are talking about whatever's on the agenda, which is.
Do you want to like actually do back to school this time? First week of school's over. See our thoughts on it.
That's a good starting point, and just take it from there. Wherever
okay.
the convo leads.
Let's do that.
We started school.
Block scheduling. That's fun.
I think it makes the day go by faster.
I think it does the opposite.
Really? I think only having 4 classes makes it like
I mean, yeah, like, kinda, but also, when you're in it, it feels like just limbo.
Only my first class really drags, which is Algebra 2.
I have, like, I think all my classes kind of drag. I mean, the one that drags the least is APUS, and that's in the morning, so I'm sure if it was in the afternoon, I'd be like, whoa, I'm pumped, yeah.
You think biology drags?
It's probably like the second less draggiest. Wow, my brain's working fully right now.
It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like,
bio's like an easy class.
Not bio. Like, just not having like a team and all that in general.
Oh yeah, I do kind of feel weird about it, cause I mean, I have like 90 minutes of the day that I just don't have any friends in. And like, I got Brian English, and that's the closest, and we're buds. And I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same way about the class I have with Joey.
Which one's that? PE?
No.
Which one's that? Not PE?
Algebra. We all have PE together.
Yeah, PE kind of drags on too.
I think it only drags when we just have to walk.
That's legit everything.
Truth.
I'm kind of excited for bio. I think it could be fun.
Es posible.
You could wade in the wetlands. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of meh at the moment. It's like...
Well, yeah, 'cause I don't know why every class, like, every teacher is like, oh, they haven't learned anything beforehand. We need to teach them what science is. You know?
I think it just meant as, like, a refresher. Not my math class. He's like, let's start talking about equations of quadratics and...
trinomials. Wow, this is a real high-energy podcast, Bailey.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're doing this.
I think we need to come back with more energy.
I'm gonna try to go to sleep at like 8 o'clock tonight and wake up at noon. I need...
That seems healthy.
It is. What's that? 18 hours? 20 hours? 20 hours. That's all I need. Nope, it's 16.
Yeah.
God damn.
Maybe you do need 16 hours of sleep.
I need to koala myself.
Koala. Please inform me what that means.
I meant sloth, and I would appreciate it if you would forget about the thing I said. I feel like you know I meant sloth.
I didn't. I really
and you were
didn't.
just hanging me up to dry, and that's not what friends do, Bailey.
No, that's not what happened.
Okay, so, Bailey, we gotta talk.
Let's talk.
Because our back to school segment / well has run dry.
Yeah, it's not a very exciting topic.
I would appreciate it if you could talk into your mic.
Is this better?
That is better, thank you. We gotta talk about... Do you know what I'm gonna talk about? Casual button-downs.
Casual button-downs.
I need you to air all your grievances out on this podcast, or our friendship is through.
I don't have any problems with
I need you to say it as many times as you need to not say it again.
It's just such a fun phrase. I can't.
No, it's not. And the 7 people diminishing returns that will listen to this podcast will confirm that it is not a funny phrase.
Amy agrees with me.
Amy
that it is a funny phrase.
Likes cats too much.
Shout out to our first Twitter follower.
Fight me, Amy.
You can follow us on Twitter at...
I don't know. You're the Twitter manager. I remember because we couldn't fit Not Quite Millennials, so it's something.
It might be like NQM podcast or pod.
Not Quite Pod.
Not Quite Pod.
It's Not Quite Pod.
That is correct. Follow us there.
It'll be hard to find us considering we have 1 follower.
Thanks again, Amy. There is a hipster and a safe zone header, I think, something like that.
Starbucks, yeah, it's the same thing as our SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are casual button-downs? Why don't you explain?
Casual button-downs are like dress shirts, but they're short sleeve and not, they're like more classic fit. So not as constraining. They're not like slim fit or even as tailored to like the pits and such. They're comfortable, they're classy, easy breezy, beautiful.
And they're what make up your wardrobe.
Yes, currently. Until I lose weight and become confident in my body, which will never happen. Yeah, casual button downs, because just don't look at me. That's the motto.
They're spiffy.
Don't look at me, I'm hideous. And I want to look presentable.
I think they look spiffy.
They're something you would go into a job interview wearing.
That's a good idea. Good way to describe it.
However, and those are like the kind of dress shirt ones. However,
are there more casual button downs?
Yes, I've been acquiring more and more as my years go on. So, Hawaiian shirts, tropical short shirts, camp shirts all qualify as casual button downs. And those are, however, not something you would want to wear to a job interview.
Sing our campfire song.
No, we will not. Do you want us to get content struck?
If I can say it in 3 seconds.
No.
3 seconds.
No.
CMPFRA song. CMPFRA song. And if you don't think that you can say it faster than you're wrong, it would help if you just said along.
That was not an edit point. No. I hate you so much. Okay, that's our one edit point for this podcast. You can't have another one. You spoiled it.
One more.
No, you spoiled it.
I just want one more edit point.
So, you're starting driving soon, aren't you?
No.
Oh, November?
No.
Oh, October.
No.
November.
Are you talking about next year? What? My birthday's not till May. Oh, yeah.
Driving.
Yeah, November 1st, yeah. I'm stupid.
Yeah, you really are. I'm regretting doing this podcast with you, Bailey.
There's so many other better options.
I could have had no one else on.
There are people willing to do this.
It's not willing. You're not willing.
I'm not.
But I still roped you into it.
Truth.
And now, once we get all the fame, then you'll just want to be on it forever. That's my grand plan.
That's not gonna happen. Once I get like $1 million, I'm taking it and running.
$1 million? More like 1 million subscribers and views. That's all you want. You want the fame, not the money.
Nah, I want the money.
I recall a great quote from the Corey in the House and That's So Raven crossover episode, circa 2008, where Corey, the titular boy in the house, is like, you can keep all the fame, and then he makes money hands and goes, I'll keep all the fortune.
So are you saying I'm like Corey?
I mean, you certainly are, Corey. Edit point. Yeah. That's your clap. Oh.
I know, but I was saving it there.
What? Oh my god. I'm recording a podcast.
Pausing point. Can you do a pausing point? Looks like you're gonna have to.
I'm not a fan of what's happening right now.
Gotta feed those cats. We'll be back.
We're keeping this in. No, we're keeping this in. Entertain them. Talk about whatever you want.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whatever you want. I'm giving you full reign of this podcast.
There's gonna be some shuffling noises.
This is where it goes over the rails.
Y'all are gonna be excited.
Oh, I got something in my eye. Oh, no.
Just take your time.
Don't mess up our podcast.
I won't mess up our podcast. Okay. He's gone. This is awkward. I'm just talking to myself. Let's talk about... What do we want to talk about? Let's talk about flamingos. Flamingos, a very interesting animal, I guess. They only stand on one leg, but they have two. So, what is the point in, like, evolution of them having two legs? Doesn't make sense to me. Then there's giraffes, which are just, like, the cool kids in school. Giraffes make everything better with their long necks. They're like little dinosaurs, modern dinosaurs. And then the real modern dinosaurs are birds. Birds are cool. Birds can fly. Just like Superman, who is from DC, which is better than Marvel. You heard it here on this podcast. That was Bailey's segment. Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm not even gonna listen to it afterwards. I'm just gonna put it up because I trust you and we're pals.
And you agree with everything that I said, correct?
Ooh, let's not go that far.
He agrees.
You could have just you could have just been quoting Joey the entire time.
I could have. I think I was talking about animals in a school, but I don't know if that point was clear. But
okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going handheld.
I was talking that the giraffes are the cool kids, while I believe that the birds would be like the stoners, because they can fly. And what was the first one?
What are you talking about right now?
Flamingos.
Flamingos are birds.
But they can't fly. No, I was saying how flamingos don't make sense evolutionarily. Because they stand on one leg, but they have two. So it doesn't make sense. And then it morphed into how? Yeah.
Wow, I thought you were going to be the bad boy of this podcast, but you let me down.
I'm sorry. Well, originally I was going to talk about how great of a song Boss Bitch is.
Boss, like boss bitches or
like,
boss,
boss
bitch?
Bitch. That's like a really good song. And I checked their Vivo because they have an official Vivo and they don't have any more
so
songs.
does Jake Paul, so fight me.
Does he really?
Yeah. That's where he posts, fuck Jake Paul. Sorry, family-friendly podcast. Harry's Razors, please sponsor us. Give us free stuff. Whoa.
What else you got to talk about?
I'm looking at my notes here.
Oh.
And it seems that Bailey Rants with a Z is one of the segment ideas.
Bailey
That
Rants.
feels like it might have been a Bailey Rants. Yeah, boy.
Bailey Rants.
Okay, another one here is hard words to pronounce, so I'm going to look that up.
Ooh, I love this. What was the word that sparked this? Well,
it was some really easy word.
Well, he's looking that up. You know, it's a weird word. Ask. Because, like, there's so many letters there that don't go together.
Ask me a question?
Ask. Can I ask a question? I don't get it. It's a weird word.
No, it's not.
Alright, so let's hear these difficult words.
Squirrel.
I'm sporting the binoculars today.
Rural.
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 Whoa.
Whoa.
Otorhinolaryngologist. That was easy. Too easy.
Too easy for you.
No, I was penguin.
Penguin.
Hi, Benedict Cumberbatch can't say penguin. That's funny.
Is penguins. Preston penguins.
Penguins.
Heading home.
Penguins.
Penguin.
Penguins.
He's a cool dude.
Isthmus.
What?
Isthmus.
What?
It's a place. Isthmus. Anemone. Squirrel.
I can't say that other one.
Anemone?
Oh, I remember what the word was. It was the karate that starts with the J.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, that word.
Jeez.
I cannot say it.
Wire.
Jiu-jitsu.
Wire.
Oh.
Worcestershire.
And Chipotle.
This is the one that gets me. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Chipotle.
Hey Bailey, I don't know if you can see this on my laptop, but there's an ad for casual button-downs for $10.
That's great. I'm gonna
Normal
get you
price,
a gigantic box. I'm just gonna have it airdropped to you via drone.
That's all I need. I'd just like you to know that if you ever want to get me a gift, I'll accept. I'm close to having enough casual button-downs.
You should get 365.
I can't handle that. I don't have the infrastructure to handle that. I would need like London Tipton's like mall-sized closet.
Nah, how many's there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Jesus Christo.
So I got 3 weeks worth right now. That seems like enough.
I don't think I even have 20 t-shirts.
I also have a drawer filled with graphic tees behind you that there's at least 40 of those. I have a problem, okay?
Maybe, just slightly.
New plan. I don't feel like editing a ton, so those previous edit points from like 5-10 minutes ago, maybe even 15 if you're feeling rambunctious, I'm not gonna edit that out.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This is quality podcasting.
Quality. Should we shout out our listeners?
Nah, it's too early for that. That's like an end thing. Yeah.
Well, that was shut down. Let's...
Yeah, no, that's a segment for the end, Bailey, and I'd appreciate if you would acknowledge that. Whoop.
I will not acknowledge that.
Okay, fine then. What can we talk about? Let's see. Okay, so yeah, would you like to finish your little thing about, casual button-downs, so it's never mentioned again?
Listen,
because for the next, 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to see me with a new casual button-down every day, and you need to be ready for that.
I'm going to be very happy every time.
But you can't mention it.
Alright, I won't mention it to you. Me and Amy will talk about the casual button-downs. We've had texts about them, I'm pretty sure.
That makes me feel really sad.
I think, or maybe we haven't. I don't think so. Maybe I just made that up. I'll have to check.
Wow, what a social butterfly. He doesn't even know if he had a conversation with somebody.
I know we've talked about them. I don't know if we've texted about them.
Okay. You can just delete that.
We started watching a Spanish soap opera in Spanish called Rebalde. And it's very complicated, and it's not that bad, actually. There's, the whole premise, I guess, is, there's this boarding school, and there's, rich kids, and there's poor kids who are, scholarship. But then there's also, a band that gets started. There's also, this secret murder plot, because, some guy's dad committed suicide, so he goes back to high school to get revenge on the daughter.
Oh, yeah, 17 again.
That was a good movie.
Oh, did that fall on flat ears there?
No, I got it. Zac Efron.
I mean the original. No,
right.
it's cool that you said that.
Are you thinking of another one?
I'm so glad that you didn't laugh. So I saw The Defenders.
Is that the one where the girl's supposed to have moving hair but she doesn't?
You're thinking of The Inhumans?
Oh.
Ooh, that was a nice mouth sound. Did you guys hear that?
Inhumans.
No, Defenders is Daredevil.
The one with all of the Netflix people.
Yeah, it's the Netflix Avengers.
Except for Jessica Jones, who is apparently the most popular show. So
Jessica Jones was in it. So
Marvel messed up that one.
What are you talking about? Jessica Jones is in it.
Are you sure?
She's one of the 4 main characters, pal.
I guess my sources lied to me then.
Wow, all your DC propaganda.
No.
Fake news.
I can't say who my source is because everybody hates her.
Oh yeah, Amanda Bynes.
No, but I do like Amanda Bynes. I love the Amanda Show.
Whoa, Drake and Josh reunion. That's crazy.
Hey, good for them.
No, not good for them.
Yes, good for them.
No.
There was the whole hug me, brother. They hugged.
No.
Do you remember the episode of Drake and Josh where it was
The answer is no. I'm going to tell you right now. The answer is no. But continue.
Crazy Steve made fake snow?
That was the movie.
See, you did remember.
Because it was playing on my TV about a week ago. Yep, I was singing that song, and I immediately regretted when I said it, and I was like, I'm putting my faith in this co-host of my podcast not to say
what
this.
I say, we tweaking how.
But then he did, and that made me feel sad.
Alright, I'm done.
You better be.
I'm singing it in my head, though.
God damn it. I need your full focus, Bailey.
I'm focused. I'm done.
Okay, what else we got?
We have really boring lives.
Let's see. We got some upcoming movies. There's It, the remake of It, which do you want to see that?
I'm already going with someone.
Okay, well that's good because I already had plans with Mary and Allie and them.
Oh, we have the Murder on the Orient Express. That's a mouthful.
That's November, I think.
We have the
That's like
train
a while
murder
from
movie.
now. Yeah, I don't know if I want to read the book before that.
I am going to read the book. Maybe they'll change it.
Because I have like the time slot. I've kind of planned it out. I'm gonna finish my Return of the King audiobook. Then I am going to read Turtles All the Way Down, John Green's new book. Because I pre-ordered that. I think comes out Columbus Day. Sorry, Native American Day.
Hey, brother.
Did you just make a Super Carlin Brothers reference?
I thought that was the John Green brothers.
Nope.
Oh.
Super Carlin Brothers are a ripoff of the Vlog Brothers.
No, I like them. They talk about cool stuff.
About Pixar, and that's it, and they make trash content.
Oof.
And I dislike them. But
thank you for reminding me their name. I switched like YouTube accounts, so I lost all my subscriptions, and I didn't remember their name. So
well, I don't want to promote trash content for the 8 people listening. Sorry, 7 diminishing returns.
Diminishing returns?
Yes, like we start off with 8, and then we only get 7 this episode.
No.
And then we get 6 next episode, and then no one listens.
Cultural phenomenon.
Cultural phenomenon. That's us. What if this is the episode that blows up?
That'd be really sad, because I feel like last one's was better.
Wow, you're not being very optimistic about this. Did you not like the 5-minute break of trash content?
I mean, I was happy that I got to talk about my animals in high school.
I thought you made that so innocent. You could have said anything. You started talking about animal class structure.
No, not class structure. Just like if animals were in high school, what would their personalities be?
Are you saying that all, like, a single species would have a uniform personality? Is that what you're trying to say?
Giraffes are the cool ones.
Seems a bit specious to me,
stoners.
but no, that's cool.
And who are the jocks?
Why would birds be the stoners?
They get to fly.
No, the birds are like the track kids or something.
Cheetahs are the track kids. Come on.
Right, but most track kids aren't fast.
Right, but in theory, they're supposed to be. You gotta go with in theory.
Well, in theory, Hitler.
In theory, Bailey wouldn't do this podcast.
No. If you were really a psychoanalyst, you would know that Bailey would clearly do this podcast. No questions asked. Because someone call Freud. I know who you are.
I really lost you there.
Cool.
You know what's happening? It's been 20 years since Princess Diana died. I told my mom that in Walmart today because we walked by
and then she said, "Oof, Mariah Carey, what a life."
Nah, she had a mental
Matt,
breakdown.
you listening? Matt, you listening?
Why are you so obsessed with me?
What's happening?
I made a Mariah Carey reference since you didn't care about my Diana reference.
I'm sorry, continue with your totally not dead conspiracy theory,
no,
Diana.
She is alive. I mean, she's dead.
She's dead. The Illuminati killed her. She was a former member of the Illuminati.
Maybe. Yeah, my mom had a breakdown, though, in Walmart. We were, like, surrounded by people in the aisle, and it kind of bugged me.
Was she just screaming, "No, Diana"?
She couldn't believe how old she was.
Conspiracy theory, Princess Diana is Wonder Woman.
Our cash register lady left because she had a hot flash and she had a big freak out and she left.
Who had a hot flash and freak out?
The cashier.
And she just left?
Cashier, she left.
So you said this is at Walmart?
This was at Walmart.
Yeah, that's very believable,
but
actually.
I love Walmart. Walmart's great. That's
Walmart
where I got my panda head.
Yeah, that's
I got a panda head from Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Do you want it?
No.
You wanna you can't have it, but you can borrow it.
I have no use for that.
I care about it too much.
I don't think I could fit my fat head into that.
His name is Peter, I think.
Lord Peter Baelish of the Vale. Rip. That's Littlefinger. Yeah, there you go. Oh, what did I want to talk about?
Let's talk about baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got? I'm looking around my room. I don't got much.
We could talk about...
Oh, I should probably start working on my my Tower of Terror costume. I enjoy Halloween.
I enjoy Halloween too.
How do you feel about Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge?
I think it's better than the first one.
Whoa. It's definitely darker.
Yeah. Because they make it gray.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh, hey, I found it. The lid. It's on top of my speaker. I'm switching out this lid right now.
Right this second.
Can you hand me that lid, baby boy?
Of course. Ow.
No, don't touch my lazy Susan. Toss it, brosin.
I'll sauce it to you.
Wow, thanks, bruh. Oh, it's so much cleaner and nicer. And not filled with
just like
mysterious shit. Oh,
bald people.
So, Bailey, I hear you're joining Robotics Club as a part-time member.
Am I?
Yeah, you said you would.
Did I?
And all you have in this world is your word. That's what my Grammy Ma says.
I've been known to be a very unreliable person.
Well, then you have nothing, Jon Snow.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
If I brought my grandma in here, would you really look her in the eye and tell her that you're gonna go back on your word? Would you, Bailey? Because I can call her in right now. She's on a moment's notice.
Do it. We can have her be our third guest.
Third
on the
guest?
Podcast. Oh wait, our first guest.
First guest, goddamn.
Right.
Where is your head at?
Mars. I don't know.
Honestly, it's not that hard to find an overlap of the times that you're here and my grandma is here. So next time, if you don't go to that meeting, just as a little preliminary, see what's up with it. Because it's in the student lounge. It's only going to be like a 10-minute thing. You can get a ride home.
What day is this?
This coming Tuesday. Say something. This is a podcast. People will think that their earbuds are broken.
I'm staring intently at him right now.
That was intensely.
I'm contemplating my thoughts. I am thinking I don't want to go. I'm also thinking I will never hear the end of it if I don't go.
That's correct.
I'm thinking
my goal is to get Joey to start talking to Bailey so he won't talk to me anymore.
Me and Joey talk in algebra.
Well, you guys should talk more and you should make him not talk to me.
In gym, I kind of latch on with Charbel and Mackenzie, though. Because Joey just likes to talk about,
But that's like 3 people. You are 3 of the most spongy people I know.
Spongy?
Like, you don't... Like, okay, so with this podcast, I'm the one that's talking most of the time. And then you kind of like, you squeeze your spongy self, and then you say some stuff.
Okay.
So, like, you're absorbing a lot of the things I say.
Right. You're the lead.
I'm the lead. I'm the faucet.
I'm the backup.
And you have some stored juice inside you.
Somewhere.
But yeah. And you can, if you need to, you can squish that out. If you really need to.
If I try.
If you try.
Like animal stereotypes. Are you saying that we're all, like, we don't have any personalities? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that hidden juice is your personality, and apparently your hidden juice is about animal personality.
Maybe when you put 3, as you call, sponges together.
They just sponge on each other and exchange fluids.
Yeah.
But you're not giving anything to me. So you're very, like, one sponge, not that draining. It's good to have one sponge.
Yeah.
One sponge man. Hit anime. But when you have 3 sponges, you're just draining my life force.
Right, but you're not with the 3 sponges.
That's why I can't be with you, and I'm forced to be near Joey.
Oh. The 3 sponges reminded me of the 3 Stooges.
Fight me, Joey. I'm gonna do a character analysis right now.
Hi, Joey.
I don't care. I hope he listens to this.
Hi, Joey.
Yeah, for people listening, tell him at 35:30 that we're gonna start talking shit about him. So, Joey is a very deeply insecure person.
Whoa.
Let's start off.
I'm not going to take part in this.
That's fine. I'm so okay with that.
You take the rails.
So, he is a conservative boy. He is not a Nazi, but he thinks that if he says the most outrageous shit, haha, communism and Nazism, CKL, shit like that.
Joey's a trumpet?
Shut up.
Is he? I'm asking.
No.
Oh,
okay. He basically wants to never be thought of, which I totally get. Like, I've been there and kind of still am, in a way. That's kind of how I built the foundation of me.
Is that what I'm like, or am I different?
You're different.
Good.
I mean, you're a lot more chill.
Yay. That's what I try to be. Well, I don't try to be chill.
No, we all try.
Do we?
I mean, we're all fakers.
True.
Like, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Joey just tries to say the most outrageous shit, and he hasn't come up with that many things. So, like, he'll constantly be like, ha ha ha, communism, right, guys? Isn't that funny? Don't look at me. Like, and as I said, I get that.
I don't think I do. If you don't want someone to look at you, why are you talking about communism?
Well, I mean, so he's not just yelling it out for no reason. Like, it's like in a conversation. Like, as long as he can steer it towards a like, have you ever heard Joey talk about himself?
No.
But how many times have you heard him say Sieg Heil?
It's all he ever says.
All he ever says.
All he ever says.
What is Joey's personality? Exactly.
Talks about communism.
Exactly. And, I mean, oh god, I don't know if I want to cut this out, because I'm publicly airing this shit.
This is interesting. It's like a dissection.
And I mean, okay, right off the bat, it's super hypocritical for me to say that, because I'm super insecure. I deal with it in a different way. So
you just gotta not let people bother you.
Well, it's not even that. Like, you should let people bother you, or else you're just or you have to let some people bother you, or else you'll be a frickin' snowflake.
Good criticism, though. Like, get it from your friends.
No, even bad criticism.
No.
Like, if you're we'd all be robots if we only exchanged, like, good criticism. And like, snowflakey robots that couldn't handle people just being really shitty to each other.
People shouldn't be shitty to each other.
Doesn't matter. They are. And, like, maybe that's cynical, but
that is very cynical.
That's just how I feel, and who cares about how I feel? But,
like, that's even more cynical.
That's realistic.
That is not realistic.
That's a cynic's explanation for being cynical.
Everybody cares about somebody.
Yeah, but
I care about somebody. I'm sure you care about somebody.
I care about my casual button-downs, and that's it.
And me.
Oh, yeah. You too, Bailey. Love you, bud.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about you, but I can be.
Whoa.
See? Just like that, I can change who I care about.
Wow. That makes me feel less special. Let's talk about how you completely didn't return that love you, bud.
Oh, love you, bud.
Well, now it just feels ingenuine. You really ruined the mood here.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that was what
and
the
then,
look was
okay,
for.
so that was Colby's talking shit.
Ooh, no, I think we should, because we're in biology, we should come up with a term like dissection, but cooler. Colby's,
No, I mean, I've done this.
Autopsy. Colby's autopsy.
I've talked shit 2 episodes in a row. I talk a lot of shit. Do I talk a lot of shit?
Yeah,
I feel
you
like,
do.
yeah. So, this is basically just Bailey and I's normal conversation.
Recorded.
Whoa, hey, I got a text. Could you hand me that phone?
I can.
Looks like it's from Keith, a.k.a. Dad Dezan.
So far.
Thank you, pal. There's a half pizza on oven with crushed red peppers on it. Cool. I don't want that.
I'm going out later.
Wow.
I'm gonna get some whiskey.
Why?
'Cause this lady that I'm going out with,
I mean, you're probably not gonna take like straight whiskey. They'll probably do an Irish kiss. Is that what it's called?
Don't ask me. What do I look like, Irish person?
You do actually. You look like Bartholomew. Actually, you shave, so you don't look like Bartholomew anymore. But you have very much like not fully neck beard, but close to it. So you look like you're like a monk from the Middle Ages named Bartholomew.
Okay.
And it's a very good look for you, Bailey.
Thank you.
I gotta be honest, pal.
I try so hard.
An Irish dream or an Irish kiss, it's something like that, where it's like in a shot glass. It's Irish. I think it was actually in like Deadpool. I think that was the drink that he ordered in Deadpool, something like that. It's just Irish cream, like coffee creamer, Irish whiskey, and like a little dot of whipped cream with some
maybe some Baileys in there too.
Oh, maybe that's what they use.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Baileys is actually not bad.
Never had it.
It's kind of like you use it in coffee.
Oh, okay.
You can.
No.
But I don't really like coffee, so I was kind of like, ugh.
So yeah, once we're done the podcast, I'll talk some more shit about another guy.
No, do it here.
No, I can only talk shit about like one person per pod. Whoa, hey, it's me, Colby from the future, still the past for you. I decided not to talk as much shit about this guy because I don't really know him, and that's not cool to do. Kids listening out there, don't talk shit about someone unless you're like pretty good friends with them, or like even loose friends. Yeah, just I'm a dick and you shouldn't be. I know, pot to the kettle or whatever. But so back to the podcast. The Germans are fun. So yeah, he bit like, and I get they are just kids. I'm a kid. You're a kid. Everybody's a kid. Old MacDonald had a farm. We went in different directions, but that's fine. Yeah, I got the Goofy Goobers thing, but I'm glad you're here.
I like that episode.
That's the movie
There was,
again.
Like, mermaids. My favorite is the Atlantis episode.
Right.
Continue.
Right. So, god damn, you have really thrown me off my track there. Okay, so yeah, we're all kids, and
I'm a young adult.
Shut up. I'm older than you, and I'm a kid, so fight me. Well, actually, I probably am closer to a young adult. I'm an old boy.
That's a good way to put it.
Old children. And they don't really fully understand the magnitude of their actions.
Whoa, what happened?
What do you mean? No, I mean, so like, you can't just troll being a Nazi. Okay, let's get political on our podcast. Please sponsor us, whoever wants to.
Feminist of America?
Feminist of America. No. Well, actually...
FOM? As their acronym?
I haven't done enough research into that group. As long as they're not... Is that a real group? It could be. I haven't done any research into it. It probably is.
I hope it is.
I think the, not NAACP, the
NAACPE?
Nope. The, Anti-Defamation League.
That stands for, and I'm not gonna try and guess it.
The CP is colored people.
Yeah.
You said purple.
Well, yeah, I stumbled on my words, and you just had to...
What a loser.
Go and point it out. I cry.
So, like, let's look at Charlottesville. Presumably, some of the people holding tiki torches and yelling "Sieg Heil" were just trolls. It's a Nazi salute.
Okay.
And like that were holding signs up that say like blood and soil and all this shit. Presumably some of them were trolls just going against the norm. Ha ha. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny that that's what's happening? Because it's just a joke. You're not legitimizing actual racists and white supremacists. But you are. And like shouting that on the track is not okay. And it's not, this isn't censorship, guys. Like, okay. Admittedly, like,
I agree with you.
No, it's important to not always agree.
No, I'm just saying that is censorship, but I do agree with what you're saying so far.
It's social censorship, which is...
But then again, I mean, like, you can't go on an airplane and yell, I have a bomb or something.
Yeah, but, well, that's because Supreme, like, getting into the legal side, whatever. But, like, it's not funny, and this is why I'm not saying, oh, the people in Charlottesville who were just peacefully protesting, they should have the right to free speech, and of course they should. That's what makes this country great, if I do say so myself. Like, and I mean, it's what makes this country great and what makes this country horrible, or at least shows that this country can be utter garbage.
I'm moving back to my homeland.
Yeah, okay, bud, because they have, I think, Ireland is just as bad.
Don't deport me, Donald Trump. I was born here.
Yeah, okay, immigrant.
I'm not a coyote. Oh wait, those are the ones that... Never mind.
So, like, we have this kind of, in the past 4 years, this definitely resurgence of the right, and not just the right, the racism, and, trolls. But at some point, like, the internet has definitely contributed to this.
Do you think groups like Black Lives Matter make it worse? Because they take it up to an extreme, which then makes the super racist people take it to an extreme.
I think that, so, I mean, it's the same with everything, and I don't want to overgeneralize, but, the few poison the pot, with Black Lives Matter, like, that statement itself should not be controversial.
No.
But it's been associated.
I think it's because of not the message behind it, but the...
No, the message behind it is pretty much the only pure thing about it.
Yeah, the actions, I guess.
The actions, and maybe even, like, at least the way that they're perceived.
Yeah.
Is that they're like Black Panthers. That's kind of, like, that's how they're portrayed in the media. Or at least that's the way that, like, maybe Breitbart would describe them as. They're that. And I think that, like, so the alt-right originally was just this internet community of admittedly farther right than most political people. And if they didn't have a white supremacist, like, beginning, like, Milo Yiannopoulos talked about this, on one of his live streams. Wow, there are so many
Is that Jack from This Is Us? Or is that a different Milo? What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure it's a different Milo. He's not an actor.
Oh,
He's the editor at Breitbart.
Gotcha.
So he talked about this, and then a few racists were picked out of the group by, CNN. And so the alt-right became this thing for racism, and more racists flocked to the alt-right.
Oh, I'm picking you up. So you're saying the alt-right wasn't always...
It began as...
just like people who
deeply conservative.
Okay. I don't think I was following you, but now I got you.
Yeah, I didn't put it very well, but hey, man. That's just
so you're saying they started off as kind of just like how super liberal people are, how like
right, where the mirror image of Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Obviously, they're maybe at different levels on the political spectrum, and all, and an entire group can't just be one thing. But whatever.
It's hard to go without talking political.
I mean, especially in this time, where even if it's kind of died down a bit, which it hasn't, it just really bugs me. Like the world that I live in right now.
Yeah.
Like let alone Trump, let alone just political discourse in general is like, obviously it's maybe not the worst that it's been. You know, we had a civil war, but it feels like, and I know I'm in the moment, so looking back I might think differently, but it feels like we're worse that we've been in like quite a while, like since the civil rights movement. And
yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely been some high and low points, but like I think at least we're not at, like, I was listening to a Dan Cummins podcast, Time Suck, about like the KKK and all that stuff and how it began, and like
this is like the third or fourth incarnation of the KKK right now.
Yes. And like it started off as like pregnant African Americans, like 8 months, I think she got like stabbed or something to death and then was hung.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Like her body was burnt, like it was really bad.
Yeah, like one of the first, well, lynching had been going on for a while.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't know. Just thoughts.
Yeah, I don't want any.
Hi, Bailey.
Hola.
Sorry about that. That's not an edit point.
Please.
You've just clapped for no reason.
Please. That's
No.
our slogan. That's our pod. Wait, can that be our slogan? Didn't you say it was someone else's slogan?
Yeah, that's property of Dynamic Banter. Shout out to Dynamic Banter. I haven't listened to the most recent episode, and I want to.
Do they still do edit points?
No, that was more towards the beginning, so it's ours now.
Yeah.
But, okay, so, full circle, back to me talking shit. It's very much, like, you can't just be a troll. Like, the world is a serious place, and if you're just a little baby boy who's just this slime ball of insecurity and grossness, like the last episode of Rick and Morty, we're in many ways, a lot of us are, and maybe even all of us to a certain degree, are that little slime boy, Morty, of insecurity and just like utter lack of self-confidence that you feel like you need to say some outrageous shit to, no, don't think about me, don't look at my body,
To mask your personality.
like, and some people just have learned to do that before they learn to have a personality.
So if you mask your personality to that extreme, do you even have one? Or is it kind of like when you lie so much you start believing your own lies?
Yeah, I would say it's a lot closer to that. Like, so in many ways we're all kind of, and this is my perspective, and it's fine if you disagree with me, that's good if you disagree with me, but we all are just kind of like built up walls, and like,
I like what a Chinese, what are those people called?
where are you going with this?
The the philosophers. I like what one of them said.
Confucius?
No, it's not like a famous one. It's just like one of them.
Just one of them.
Just
So,
one of
yeah,
them.
or are you referring to like a proverb or something?
I'm gonna not be very sophisticated, like, in quoting it, but it's something like we all have different faces. So I don't know that it's necessarily like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I
Lies.
would definitely agree with that.
They said we have like different masks that we wear, and I think it's very true. We have a
And
mask we wear in public, like if we're going shopping, one we wear at school, one we wear around friends, family, and then one we wear just for ourselves. I think that's
I don't
true.
even, like...
How different are you when you're with me than when you're by yourself?
I mean, there definitely is some sort of mask there, I think.
I'm definitely different.
Well, it's also because, like, we've grown, but maybe our friendship hasn't grown at the same pace, in a way. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, our friendship and the way we act towards each other might be a little closer to how we were, like, when we first met in 4th grade than, like, our normal selves are. Like, so I'm more outgoing, in a way, at school. Like, maybe not entirely, but I think when I'm with you, I'm a little closer towards, like, maybe not 6th grade, because I was a real piece of garbage in 6th grade. I mean, still am, but, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think we're both more chill. Would you say that? Or would you say I bring out more of an excitement in you? Not excitement, but pumped upness.
Just, like, more of a sense of relax. Not relax as in, like...
Like, comfortableness?
Yeah. Like, in school, like, I make it a point to be, like, good behavior, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Respect and all that jazz. So, yeah, there's I don't know, it's weird.
Okay, so...
Back to the other Nazis and
yeah, let's finish up this political talk. We need to stay on this because we're rounding up to an hour about now.
Oh, wow. And we can't end on Nazis.
I think we should end on Nazis because that's how the world is now.
No, I think we should always end talking about a positive thing. I have a positive thing we can talk about
Okay,
when we're done.
Well, maybe later. So... Right, so politically divided time. Everybody's kind of horrible in their own way. You know, even if you're a really nice person, you're a piece of garbage. But don't be a Nazi, first of all.
That's a good takeaway.
Even if you are a Nazi, don't act on that. Just spread your bullcrap ideas so people will know how much of a piece of garbage you are.
Maybe write a book.
Write a book and it won't...
Just let that be your only...
Like, let me get a little patriotic here. I'm very proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free.
To be an American.
Dude, that's my song. That got popular on 9/11.
That's a good song.
They played that every hour on the hour.
We saw a laser show to that song.
So, was that one of the laser show songs? Okay. Yeah. Party in the USA was there too. Very patriotic. So, like, I'm very glad we have freedom of speech.
Definitely.
Like, almost complete freedom of speech. Like, obviously, there's some hate speech stuff where it's like, okay, that's not cool. That's kind of inciting violence or inciting mass panic.
If you want the good, you have to take the bad too.
Right, and that's just humans.
Yeah, because humans suck.
Like, and I think yeah.
I think we should all just try to be more like dogs.
No.
Yeah.
I'm giving my species pride here. I'm gonna stop prefacing everything.
Don't say you're better than dogs.
Dogs can be real assholes. I mean, so can
humans.
Only
if it depends on their environment.
I mean, that's the same thing with humans, except humans can be in a really nice environment and still be assholes.
Right, and dogs can't, because dogs are amazing.
Whatever. I'm not getting into that argument.
How can you have an argument against dogs?
Cause a pit bull bit off my leg once. That's why, Bailey.
But your leg survived.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm a human and I have amazing regenerative properties. That's why humans are better. We'll get into this later. It's also because I haven't had a dog in a while.
I've never had
another
a dog.
podcast, complete segment, humans versus dogs.
Can we play, like, Family Feud on one of these episodes?
I think we might want to make a video out of that one.
A game show. Can we just do, like, a game show? I love game shows. That's my obsession. Game shows.
Okay, well, that's building Bailey's character.
I don't think you know how happy I was when
Bailey, we gotta talk about Nazis.
Right, real quick. When I found out ABC was doing the match show and the $25,000 pyramid, I was so happy. Like, I found joy in that. So much joy.
Okay, back to Nazis. So, like, you're not being edgy if you say CK. So, yeah, you're not being edgy. You're not fucking cool if you say CK. Like, you're legitimizing real Nazis, even if you're joking about it. And I definitely wasn't one of the people that was like, oh, PewDiePie's a Nazi, all that shit. Because that is garbage. He didn't think he was being edgy. I mean, his jokes weren't funny. He knew it. He's a YouTuber. He has to appeal to everybody, especially with that sort of audience. You can't be making specific shit. And I definitely wouldn't defend him. Like, he's not a Nazi. But that doesn't mean that he wasn't legitimizing, like, Nazi ideals.
What did he do? I think I missed this.
He just made a lot of Nazi jokes that were unfunny. He owned up to them not being funny. But the Wall Street Journal wrote, like, a takedown piece on him.
Gotcha.
Because mainstream media versus new media, all this shit.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into Trump. Obviously, he's,
Trump.
One of the worst presidents. Like, objectively, he's done the worst shit, and I don't know how people can still support him.
It's interesting to think in, like, say 100, 150 years, when they're going to be looking back at Trump, they're going to have different, like, ideals.
I think legit, like, he says he's draining the swamp, but I think he's, like, I don't know if he's a symptom. I think he is a symptom, but he's, like, causing more and more shit. I think
his entire, like, cabinet got fired.
He's, yeah, did you see that, the, like, slideshow?
I saw, like, a picture, and it was, like, everyone had X's on their head, except for, like, 3 guys.
Oh, yeah, I saw a slideshow of, like, just everyone in his cabinet from, day one, like, first day in office, to now, and they just disappear, because it was, like, framed similarly, too. Oh, it was so good. But I really think he's poisoned the watering hole, the swamp, if you will. Mm-hmm. I mean, our swamp wasn't great, but it was still the best swamp in the world.
Was it?
I'm not very nationalist, but I would dare to say that, yeah, America is the greatest country in the world.
I think I have to disagree with that. I'm not an America hater, but I mean we have
sure.
a lot of problems, like our gun
But so does every country,
Right, but our gun obsession, that's a problem.
That's not an obsession. I mean, it's more like we have the freedom to have it, so people want to exercise that freedom, even if it's not necessary.
And they take it to extremes. Like, I completely disagree with concealed carry.
Yeah, I think that's... I mean... But that's what's beautiful about this country.
I disagree. Like, look at Australia. Australia, it's a great country. They don't have people walking around.
Australia is an island of criminals.
Okay, that's what it originally was. But those criminals...
But what if they... Okay, get some tinfoil right-wing conspiracy theory right now. What if the government tries to... Not, like, Hillary trying to take my guns. But, like, what if the government... starts fucking around? What if they start trying to oppress people? What if they start trying to... What if Trump is just like, fuck the Constitution, which he's already done? What if he goes to more of an extreme? What if we have an extreme left wing, like social... What if we have a Stalin? Wouldn't it be better for people to have guns?
No.
And have an uprising and take down that regime? You're saying it wouldn't. You'd rather us...
I don't think that in this day and age, in our country, someone like Stalin could go to power. Because I
think a lot of people were saying that about Trump before he got elected.
But Trump isn't like Hitler. He tries to be.
I'm gonna show you this video.
His Muslim thing is not gonna, like, work. Like, it didn't work. He tried to ban
because it's unconstitutional and un-American.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, though. I was like...
He has this platform of America first, but he's the most un-American president we've had in so long.
In our day and age, though, is what I'm saying. Like, that's not going to work. Because we have people like...
But it is working.
We have people like RBG. The notorious RBG is on our side.
Remember when we promised to not get political the first podcast? And then remember at the beginning of this podcast when we said we were going to try to keep it under an hour?
Yeah. Well, I think it's important.
We're at 1:08 right now.
Well, like, look at Canada. I mean, I think there's just a reason. Like, if every country in the world pretty much hates you, I think you need to look at yourself. Because, yeah, sure, you're supposed to think about your country first.
But that's another beautifully American thing.
No, that's not beautiful.
That's so beautiful. We don't give a fuck.
No, that's not okay.
Like, I have as much national pride as the next guy, and I don't think globalization should be a naughty word like socialism.
I think we should just be able to coexist in the one earth that we have.
That's never gonna happen.
Coexist.
No matter what fucking bumper sticker you have, I don't think that's gonna happen without a lot of bloodshed.
I disagree that there needs to be bloodshed.
And ending of cultures into one big ol' melting pot.
I'm not saying that, like, everyone needs to be the same, but, like...
No, like, inherently, humans are different. Like, everybody's different, and cultures are different.
Okay, but, like, somewhere like North Korea, that's not okay.
Fuck no, it's not.
But then...
It's a human rights violation.
But then, who are we...
Many of them.
Who are we to say, like, what are human rights? Like, who got to decide that?
A group of pretty good humans. Some bad ones, but most of them were pretty good humans. Like, hey, maybe, don't starve your own people.
Right. That's, like, bad.
Don't use nuclear weapons.
But then where do we draw the line? Because I think everyone can agree that North Korea is bad. But, like, some people...
Can North Korea agree that North Korea is bad?
Besides the person that, you're talking about. But, like, then if you take somewhere like Russia where they kill people because they're, like, gay or whatever, like, we disagree with that, but then they look at us and they're like, whoa.
Fat American pigs.
What's wrong with them? Yeah, exactly.
Well, so, I mean, obviously, humans are just as fucked up as they are diverse.
But do you think, like, it has anything to do with the country you're born in? Like, or humans just...
It's a culture thing. Like, I think eventually we are kind of... in my ideal future... Well, no.
What is your ideal future?
I was gonna say my ideal future is Star Trek. But there's no fucking way we're gonna get to Star Trek. It's gonna be more like Firefly. Like, the Earth is gonna explode and then some humans get out.
You know, I wouldn't mind that.
Just the Earth exploding.
Not the Earth exploding.
I mean, the Earth is fucked already.
If something happened to the Earth...
Al Gore told me, guys.
If something happened in the Earth and then, like, only a bunch of humans had to, like, survive, like, in the wilderness, I'd be okay with that.
I think we should kill 1 in 3 people.
No, maybe not that.
Well, I mean...
'Cause, like...
Prevent the births of 1 in 3 babies.
Yeah, that's... China's weird. Or is that Japan?
It's, China.
Japan
would not kill babies because they're a very aging country, and
right.
Okay, Japan
they're the
theory.
Oldest country, right? Because
they're on average.
Their people are so freaking old, and they have like no young people. Poor Japan.
Okay. So Japan analysis. This is gonna go on for 20 minutes, and I'm probably gonna be called a racist in the comments. Everybody who listens. So Japan is an aging country, obviously.
Asian or Asian?
Both.
Okay.
It's aging and Asian. Their average age has been going up since Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Right.
Well, World War II in general. So there's kind of this obsession with, like, young. Like...
Oh, in Japan?
Yeah. Like young women. That's, like, why Japanese schoolgirl fetish is a thing. Like, more than any... Like, when you think, like, oh, this is, like, a schoolgirl fetish thing, you would probably immediately think Japan, right?
Mm.
And that's why, like, anime is, like, there's a lot of creepy, like, young girl, like, kind of rapey stuff that I was like, not into it.
I'm hearing you.
And, like, yeah, there is this obsession with kind of young, and especially young women, because there's not a lot of them. And obviously, not the whole culture, but, like, I can make a ton of comments about American culture and how it's flawed, and pop culture especially. But, so yeah.
Wait, what culture?
Don't do it. I hate you. That probably didn't even show up. Yeah, that barely. I'd appreciate it if you would get off of my podcast. Wow, that just deflated your mouth.
I can't do it anymore. Oh, you broke my finger.
I think your mouth did.
I can't do it.
Bailey, I peeked the mic.
I did it. Okay, I'm happy.
Wow, okay. So,
yeah. So Japan.
Okay. Japan, apparently that was all I got. So let's go in summary.
Okay.
So what did we start off the podcast with?
Back to school.
School's meh.
School's like nothing, really.
Yeah, it's not a waste of time, but it's also kind of a waste of time.
It's a pretty big waste of time.
Yeah. Nazis.
But hey, we get to hang with our friends, so that's like the only thing that we get to look forward to.
Nazis. Don't be one. And if you are one,
stop.
I mean, just
Stop.
die off, why don't you? Like, maybe not die right now, but just,
don't spread your hateful messages to, like, young generation, please.
Yeah. If you could not be a Nazi, that'd be great. But if you're gonna continue to be a Nazi, just be yourself. People won't like you. Yes. You can have your clan buddies, but don't spread that shit to your children. And trolls that are just piles of slimy, Morty insecurity. People won't love you, but you don't have to make Nazi jokes and communism jokes. They're not funny, and they're not making people forget who you are. No one's gonna forget who you are, but also no one cares about you anyway. So, take that for the good and the bad. No one cares about anyone, so that's fun. Wow. Okay. And then Japan. Quit being all weird, but also be weird. That's fun.
So, yeah. Happy story. There was an old man on my way home yesterday from school. My dad picked me up. He was just kind of like laying down in the road. And I was like, that's kind of weird. You don't just lay down in the middle of a road. So we pulled over, stopped. We got out. We asked him if he needed help getting up, and he said he did. He went down to pet a cat, and then he couldn't get back up. And so he kind of just laid down and wanted to nap a little bit.
He's ready to die?
No, he just...
This doesn't feel like a happy story. That sounds like a very morbid story.
He pulled off into like a bush. Like, it wasn't like a main road. It was like a back road in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, he was just kind of laying in the grass, like, next to it. And, yeah, it was nice. We helped him up. He was like, thank you. Now I'm going to go find that cat. And we were like, don't try and go pet it again. He was like, I won't. Then he just kind of started walking away.
He definitely did, because why else would he grab that cat?
So, yeah, that was fun. We got our
that
daily
man
dose
is
of
not going to
chi.
survive much longer. Just put a positive spin on it.
No, but I mean, that's like saying every time a doctor saves a life, that's like prolonging death or whatever. However that saying goes. It's stupid.
That's true.
Stupid. Because you get, like, experience out of life.
I mean, unless it's like a baby.
No, what if it's like a 20-year-old and then they go and have a kid who has, like, 3 kids, and one of them turns out to be, like, the inventor of the person that keeps life alive forever.
The inventor of the person. I hope to God that we never find immortality.
Maybe
when we
not
find immortality.
Just, like, extension of your
No,
life.
I don't need that. I want...
I would like to live
Hey man,
till
human
150.
progress went far enough when we were all living till 40.
60 is the new 40. For, like, kids born nowadays.
That's not good.
So that would mean like 80 is
I'm all
60.
for humans being healthy, but we need to learn where our time is.
Who's to
when
say
our
where,
time is.
Who's
rather.
to say when our time is?
The natural laws of the universe. So we, as humans, shouldn't try to change that.
According to the natural laws, or at least what we can observe, we've been able to stay alive longer thanks to medicine and all that. So what if that's just a part of our evolution?
That's not, like, natural lifespan, there should be a limit. We shouldn't be trying to prolong people's lives, like, past 100.
Well, why? Who's to say 100 should be the stopper?
Me. I'll go ahead and say it right now. If I reach 100, that's good enough for me. Lethal injection. Thank you very much.
You just die at 100.
On my 100th birthday.
Why?
Overpopulation's a thing. I don't know how many people we have over 100 in the world. Maybe like 10,000?
I don't know. They're called centrillions. I know that.
Huh?
They're called centrillions.
Centrillions? I'll be okay with just hitting that number and then going.
Isn't it weird that the oldest person is only like 122?
That's not true. They were 117 and they died a couple years ago.
No, it was 122. And it was an Italian woman.
Whatever you say. No, that's cool.
I'll go look it up right now if you want me to.
Right, no, yeah,
I'm still gonna look it up.
Yep, Right, that's neat.
You can look it up at 2 if you want.
I'm glad.
Oldest person ever.
Okay,
Jeanne Calment was
cool.
122 years, 164 days.
Well, she's
Then
dead.
again, that is only the list of verified people, as there are people in like Africa who are said to have lived
thousands of years.
Not thousands, but very long.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're wrapping up this podcast.
Yes.
So we don't go over 1 hour 20 minutes.
Like last time.
I think that honestly that is a pretty good podcasting length.
Yeah. Sure.
I just got some pent up stuff about Nazis, and I'm not a fan of them.
As you should not be if you are a fan of Nazis.
But I love America,
Get that checked out.
And I love the idea of humanity. In practice, humanity kind of sucks ass, but
I am not an America hater, but I definitely do not think we are the best, because I think that
America is pretty much the best country.
I disagree.
Like, how can you not, like, at least the ideals we're based off of?
Right, but that's like saying socialism. Yeah, that's a great ideal, but it's a terrible execution.
I think it's different, though.
I don't. You're saying what we're supposed to be is...
No, because socialism, there's never been a pure socialist country. It's always been, like, communism, essentially. And communism is still based off of the idea of a dictatorship. And dictatorships are rarely ever good. The only thing that dictatorships can kind of be, like, thrown a bone for is, like, okay, so at least you have kind of one direction. And, like, so if that's, like, scientific discovery, then that's okay.
But our ideals, it's supposed to be, like, country of immigrants, right? So
well,
at a time...
The American identity is always changing. Like, we didn't start off as a country of immigrants. We started off as a bunch of landowning white men of the church.
We were British people.
Well, I mean...
But then we also were kind of immigrants because there was British people, there was Native Americans.
Well, I mean, so we killed them. I know, I've been reading about it.
Yeah.
We beheaded them for their small gold earrings. Thank you, Christopher Columbus. The podcast is over.
Bye.
Edit point!
Clap.
Wow, good job.
Thank you. I try.